All right, so let's begin, Phil. What's your number 10?
Okay, so it's a small Canadian company that has just started up, and I believe it's pronounced something like Fileno. There are only 10 of them being made, so for me, it's got to be on the list. One, I mean, it's Canadian, got to rep Canada, but two, specifically, the fact that it's such a limited number, that intrigues me. RS6. We North Americans have been waiting to get an RS wagon, or as the Euros would call it, the estate. I mean, 591 horsepower in a wagon. I can go to the lumber store, pick up some studs for the remodeling, and then smoke Corvette, a Porsche on the way home. Hellcat, like, damn. Yeah, I'm really excited to see that up close.
It looks menacing,
like to
too,
sit in
right?
it.
Like the one that was at the show was
murdered out.
Was a pre-production, right?
Yes, but I think that's pretty close to what we're getting.
Yeah, like it looked menacing, all black, sitting on, what are those
22s,
wheels?
I believe
22s, and calipers are just as big.
Yeah, those rotors, I think, are bigger than 18-inch.
Like,
no, they're not. But
like, come 2020, which that's where we're in now. If you see one of those in your review,
just pull over, let him go by. It's not worth it, unless you want to feel bad about yourself and your car.
Yeah, it'll be nuts. The GR Supra, man, there's a modified one at the car show, and what's not to love about that, right? Like, big wing, lowered on some nice wheels, full ground effects, downforce, in full effect. Awesome car.
Romeo Quattrofoglio. I love this sedan. I mean, how can you not love it? It's got a Ferrari engine in it. I believe it's the engine from the California, which is now the... what did they call it? They renamed it. Anyhow, I believe it's a twin turbo V6 engine. But I believe that only comes on the Quattrofoglio model with the ground effects, or not the ground effects, the ground arrow in the front, under the front bumper and the rear bumper.
The active arrow?
Yeah. Active arrow, that's what I was looking for. Yeah.
A Lamborghini SVJ.
Ooh, okay. I'm feeling that.
The one at the show was purple.
Yep.
It looked nuts, man. Yeah, was it purple or was it orange?
Ooh, at the moment, we're gonna have to pull up video for that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull up video. We might have to go back and tape and check it out. But I think it was orange.
Now that you've said that, I'm second guessing myself, but I still want to say it's blue.
No, it's orange. It's
we'll find out.
Yeah, but the SVJ definitely is my number 6.
Okay. What you got for number 5?
My number 5 is, and I'm gonna change it on the fly here. I'm gonna go with the Porsche 935. Ooh. The all carbon.
That looked crazy.
Yeah.
With the light bouncing off of the carbon fiber.
There's just something about it, right? Like, just gives like, it has an old school feel to it.
It kind of reminds me of
like
the
modern
959, especially the rear end.
Yeah.
It kind of was a throwback for me.
Yeah. I mean, what's not to like about it, right?
Yeah.
You guys can see it. The 2020 C8 Corvette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mid-engine, right? Finally, they've took the leap of faith, right, for that mid-engine. So.
Evidently they've been trying to do this since the 60s.
No, yes, I know.
That's crazy. I know every time it gets shot down or, financial issues and they had to put it on the back burner. It's kind of nice to know that, eventually they've gotten there. But I agree with you that you know, it's definitely in the top, because in the top listing of our top 10, because it's a mid-engine for 55, 60 grand. How can you argue with that?
No, you can't argue it. The one at the show, there's two colors, right?
Yeah.
The blue and the red. Which one did you like more?
I preferred the red. I think it gave it the Ferrari-esque-ness. You know what I mean? Kind of like, we're here, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it also showed off the lines a little bit nicer than the blue one. Which one did you like?
I like the red one as well.
What's your number 3?
I got the Ford GT Mk2.
Okay, the second generation of the Ford GT.
Yeah.
Okay, so of this current model GT.
Yeah.
Because there's the early
I believe
2000, earlier, the 08 to 2012, I think, is when that GT ran. Then they revamped it with this V6 engine, EcoBoost. So the second version of this new EcoBoost style GT.
I believe it's their race car. It's like the one that they're going to be racing.
Okay.
The one that I saw was the one here that you're seeing right now at the show. It's white.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the race car bits.
The rear diffuser, the kill switch, the exhaust hanging out the bottom.
Yeah, it's just
slick tires.
Just an amazing car. And that's why it's my number 3.
Okay. Now this was hard for me, being a fanboy, but I had to put my 488 Pista in number 2 spot. 710 horses, and I mean, it can use them in and around corners or on straights. This thing is a surgeon's scalpel. And that's why it's my favorite current Ferrari. You leaves us with the number 1.
Yeah.
What you got?
I have the Bugatti LaFerrari Noir.
Something
could
like
be
that.
Mashing up that name, but please forgive me for that. But that car, one of a kind, right?
It's an insane car.
It's one of one, no?
It's one of one. It was to celebrate their 110 years of being in business, and it's $18.1 million.
So
I can't even fathom that.
So I'll take 2.
Damn. What I think they should have done, I appreciate the fact that they threw back to their first generation Bugatti. And the reason why it was number 1 for me was because of the commemoration of 110 years. I appreciate a company being in business for 15 years, much less 110 years. 110 years of business. I also appreciate the fact that, I mean, it's $18 million. I have never seen $18 million until today, sitting on 4 wheels.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for that's the reason why I put it in number 1 spot, because it's a one of one, which means chances are very high we will never see this thing again in person. Maybe a couple more shows we'll see it, on video. But that's the reason why I put that as number 1. So I guess that wraps up our top 10. But in the link below, please let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what your favorite is out of this group, or out of this group. Let's keep it to this group. That way we can, rearrange and bump and check things out. See where, we went wrong or where we went right, where you guys liked stuff. So for right now, I think we're going to have to say thank you very much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to share, subscribe, leave a comment, like, and all of these things help us out. All right, guys. Peace out from Initial Speed.
McLaren 600 LT. This car is right up my alley. Blue fades to dark blue. Got full aero, nice wheels. an awesome car.